Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's pretty early this morning, it's about 7:30. Well no, it's 8 o'clock because I had to take the grandyoungin to school this morning. We're gonna put the standards on this truck. This is the first time that we're gonna use the standards on this truck here. I thought I'd bring you along with us. Daddy's preacher done a bunch of welding and cutting on this for us. This is gonna be the, what do you call that? When they break the champagne on something, the first time it's ever used. I can't think the name of it right now, but anyway, y'all gonna get to see the maiden voyage, I guess, I don't know. This truck here don't have a dump on it. That other truck that we've got has a dump. So right here is what we've had done. You can see these holes cut in here. That cross piece down there is where trash can fall out, but it'll still hold the standard in. Right here's the standards. They're pretty heavy too for one hand. We gotta get, well, we may use these cross pieces, I don't know. We really need something just a little taller. Our forks are bent on that forklift, and it's hard to get it under those 4-inch cross pieces. We really need a 6-inch. We've got them all in. This is the last one. Need some gas in it. Oh yeah, he also done these things. These are the cranks. You throw that strap over and stick your pole in here and ratchet them down. There used to be an old timer around here that spray painted cars. I can't remember what his name was, but he would say that right there is really slick. That used to be the saying around here whenever I was a kid. Kids picked up on that, what he would say. He said, that's really slick. Right here's our cross pieces that we were using on that dump truck. I think we'll just back over here and slide them on there. We need to get the forks fixed, but we're not gonna have them fixed today. Yeah, those there 6-inch ones will be a lot better to take that off with that forklift. It ain't so bad loading them with that knuckle boom, but when you get it up here at the yard to unload it with the forklift, if that truck ain't sitting perfectly level, you can't hardly get those forks under a 4-inch one. Oh, looky here. I got something to show Roger too. Right here's some artwork. I guess my son done it at dinner time one day out here. I just now seen it. It's for sale if anybody wants to buy it. Art from Burnt Church. Right here, Roger, you was asking me, did I get any of the walnut the other day? And right here's the pieces that I managed to salvage. You can see I got a lot of bark on them, and they're not very long. And right here's 3 more little pieces. I salvaged those out of it was just a piece of slab that was kind of thick on one end, and I put it back on the mill and sawed it on down. Those are 3/4 of an inch thick, which it'll work fine for what I'll use it for. I'm gonna try to make chop blocks here this winter, and I don't know if I'll have any to sell or not, but I may have, I don't know. We've moved our pump over in this barrel here to put the fuel in the truck. We've got a hand pump, but the handle's broke on it. It's break time. I went in the shop to eat my normal break, which I thank God for my normal break. I don't want to sound like that. But you know, it was just going to be another old boring break time. And I happen to think, I've got a sausage and biscuit in the car that my daughter gave me this morning. When I take the grandson to school, I pick him up where my daughter works at. And it's a restaurant. So when I pick him up, she has me some kind of breakfast ready for me. So I've got a brought on breakfast this morning. Look in here and see what it is she brought me. I had forgot all about it. I think it's supposed to be a sausage and cheese biscuit. You see this stuff right here? Snacks and gloves and some wipes and some disinfectant and those hot hands. My wife has those put together and she puts them in every vehicle. Well, her vehicles. Mine don't hardly ever go to town. Because it got pretty normal to see homeless people standing around Walmart and places. And if she has a few dollars, she'll give them money, but she always pulls over and gives them a pack of that. If there's 2 of them, she gives them 2 packs. It's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. I've seen times whenever I was standing out in the cold that I would have liked to have a pair of those little knit gloves and some hand warmers. So that's a pretty good idea she came up with, and it didn't cost us a whole lot. She just buys the stuff random here and there, and then she puts it together during the winter time. And in the summertime, she usually has a little different something. She has, I don't know, a bottle of water, which I think she usually has a bottle of water in those. Looks like we got a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. My wife had forgot about me getting that this morning also. She knows that on Wednesday mornings she don't fix me breakfast, but she had forgot it this morning also because she's got me a breakfast sandwich in my lunchbox. So I may eat both of them. Well, we got a bump in the road. We had somebody come up wanting some 2x4s. We had some, but they're buried under a pile out here. So we're gonna saw them some real quick. So it'll be a few more minutes before we get to go load the truck. That is if the knuckle boom will start. I've had the batteries on charge all night. We've got the batteries almost back on. We'll see if it'll start. It's warmed up a lot. It's done nearly lunchtime. Being a little bit warmer in order to help it start. It was colder yesterday when we was trying to start it. We got a yellow jacket after us. We'll see what it'll do. I gotta try to spray it while he's starting on it. You ready? Like a big set of jumper cables. I think them welding leads. They didn't help though on that. We had to charge the batteries to get it to start. Not the standards today. I believe they'll hold real good. They look like they will. Preacher done a real good job on them, looks like. First log on the truck. Yesterday, but to keep from hitting the ground, when he picks them up, I'm going to finish cutting them off. Got number 4 on the truck. We'll have a load here in a little bit, good Lord willing. That's a big log right here we got on the front of the knuckle boom to help give it some weight on the front end. We've almost got a load. or at least a small load. We're gonna have to figure out some extensions to put on our standards before we can get a little bit taller load on it. But we're not carrying them very far, so it don't really matter, I don't guess, if we don't have a big load or not. He's got 3 picked up there now. They're just not very big logs. We're still learning how to operate this stuff. We hadn't used it a whole lot. The knuckle boom, I still hadn't ran it. I've been running the skidder. We had a runaway. That's just one reason you don't never stand close to the truck when they're being loaded. Them 2 there fell off. I don't think he even knowed it. Did you know them 2 fell off the other side?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you've seen it or not.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, we got 2 little loads out. That's all the white oak that we had drug up here. We got all of it carried to the sawmill, so it was really about a load and a half. That there, I don't think there's any on this load that would make a tie. And those 4x6s, you might make enough to pay for your diesel burning whenever you saw them. They don't bring nothing. The 4x6s don't. I reckon they buy that stuff and make pallets out of it. But we can't stand to leave it in the woods. I don't know what we'll get into the rest of the day. It's still fairly early. It's about 2 o'clock. The sawmilling is slow, and it's Christmas, so I may be building some stuff in the shop. You may be seeing that here pretty soon. I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.